Hey guys, and welcome back. I really should probably say that to myself. I have not posted in almost 2 weeks, but I have good reasons, right? But first, I want to say thank you to my subscribers and my tribe for giving me grace throughout this period of not posting. I'm just grateful to be able to come back to a platform like this and speak to whoever's going to listen to this video and share whatever God places on my heart and all the things that I learned along the way to help educate people about the mental health realm and put faith into the mix, all that kind of stuff, right? But today, I'm just grateful. Again, thank you for giving me grace, and I'm happy to be back. Today's gonna be brief. I think the first video back is just something very simple and something that I think that could be a reminder for us all, and that is to treat yourself as if you are non-negotiable. Treat yourself as if you're non-negotiable. I feel like there is a lot of responsibilities for us in this day and age. There are a lot of things that we have to think about in the economy, the leadership, family, friends, jobs, etc. Right? We're trying to focus on so many things at one time, and oftentimes what happens, we put ourselves on the back burner. We have to tend to the kids, we have to tend to our spouses, we have to tend to our responsibilities at work, we have to tend to the community, we have to make sure that all these things are being done and being met. But one thing that we are neglecting is ourselves. And one thing that I've been reminded in this last week or two of not posting is that this is non-negotiable. Me speaking to whoever's gonna watch this video is non-negotiable. This is me showing up for myself. This is me being obedient to whatever God has placed on my heart, right? And oftentimes we allow our responsibilities to become distractions. I just started a new job, and that's kind of why I have not been able to post, because I've been kind of getting adjusted to the new work environment. I've been getting adjusted to my coworkers, my new responsibilities, my new role, etc. And today I was like, hold up, like a lot of the stuff that I need to even be able to pour fully from my cup is being placed on the back burner, and it's in the back of my mind, kind of like replaying, like, hey, you need to get this done. Hey, you remember this idea that the Lord gave you? You remember this vision that you have for yourself, etc. And I'm just like, yeah, but when that but came in, I knew that I was about to get ready to make an excuse. And oftentimes that's what we're doing in our lives. We're making our responsibilities an excuse. We're making our responsibilities a distraction to what we're supposed to be doing. One example I can give is for me in my own personal, journey of life, something that has been placed on the back burner oftentimes is my physical fitness. I'm a former athlete, and coming back from just laying it down, hanging up my sneakers, from playing basketball to just being a woman, this has been an adjustment for me. And I can honestly say, getting married at a young age, in my mid-20s, graduating my master's, all these different things, I realized quickly that my health and my fitness and just where I was just falling on the back burner, and I was acting as if I was negotiable, as if my needs were negotiable, and it was okay for them not being met, even if I weren't meeting them. And oftentimes we look at the other people around us like, hey, you're not meeting my goals, you're not meeting my expectations, you're not meeting my needs, right? But we're not meeting them ourselves. And so that's why we overexert and we put so much emphasis on other people meeting them and loving us in a way that we have not yet consistently loved ourselves. And I had to look at myself in the mirror like, Brianna, the field that I'm in with being a mental health therapist, there is no way I'm going to tell my clients, hey, you need to do X, Y, and Z, and I'm not living that life. There's no way that I can pour into my clients and the people that I come across without refilling me. My health is non-negotiable. My fitness level is non-negotiable. My spiritual walk is non-negotiable. My time with the Lord is non-negotiable. My relationship with Him is non-negotiable. And once I started replaying that, I'm really non-negotiable. This should not be okay, I'll do that tomorrow, or I don't have time for that. But if someone asks you to do something for them, you probably will jump up and dive head first into doing that. And so that was one thing, that area in my life where I had to be honest, hey, you're trying to help the world, but you're not helping yourself. And I know, like, in grad school, my last year of grad school was very intense. You have the internship hours, you have all these deadlines and things that you have to do in order to even graduate and meet the requirements to even get your master's degree, on top of working, on top of home life, and on top of things that I was dealing with, whether that was drama, whether that was trying to navigate relationships that were strained and try to distance myself or set those boundaries, right? And I was exhausted. And I was not taking care of me. I was not taking care of my garden. What ended up happening was I was trying to fill that void that I was missing because I wasn't taking care of myself, because I wasn't diving so deep into my word to help me to sustain and help me to stay afloat. I started looking for fulfillment in food and helping others, right? And if we do that, there's nothing wrong with helping others, but there is a danger to it when you're neglecting yourself. And so when I looked up, I was at the doctor's office. I had found out I had a cyst in my breast. I have found out different things, and it's all due to stress. It's all due to not tending to my own garden and not doing things that I said I was going to do for myself, that I know is going to help me to be able to sustain, help me to show up in the best way that I can, help me to be refilled. Like, there's nothing greater than going to the fountain that never runs dry, and that's my Lord and Savior. There's nothing better than showing up for myself and making sure that I'm taking care of my health, feeding my stuff the good things, whether that's food, music, movies, books, all these things. But sometimes lives, and I just want to say, like, you are non-negotiable. The things that you know that's going to help you to be a better person or just be able to be easier to be around, you have to do those things for you. If you're a parent and your child wakes up at 6 a.m., there's nothing you're going to do but get up and tend to your child's needs, right? But when it comes to you waking up at 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. to get up and work out or just do something for yourself, whether that's just sit in a long time without the emails coming in, without your children knocking on the door, or mommy this or daddy this, or without your job asking you to do something, or your boss is messaging you to do something, without somebody always needing something, you have to carve out that time for you, because you are non-negotiable. There is something called, like, being too selfless, that you become selfish. You're becoming selfish because you're not doing what you need to do for you, and so you're expecting other people to do that for you, to show up in a way, because you're expecting them to show up so intensely to cover up the fact that you haven't been doing it for yourself. So I want to reassure you, and if you need this message, you are non-negotiable. Your health, your fitness, your well-being, your spiritual walk, your relationship with God, your relationships are non-negotiable. But you can't be your best self if you keep making promises to yourself that you're not keeping. Start simple. If it's hey, I'm gonna get in my devotional, I'm gonna have like a 1 chapter or 5 pages, whatever is gonna be reasonable for you. I'm gonna wake up 10 minutes early just so that I can have this time just to be still before someone is asking me to do something. Cool. If that is you going for a walk, if that is you going to the doctor, like, there was a point in my life where I was not even going to the doctor because I just was like, so I need to do this for somebody else, or let me help somebody else do that. That is not what you should be doing. Like, yes, you can tell someone to do that, but if you're not living the example, then guess what? It's pointless. It's almost pointless. When we get to the point where we are trying to people please and we're trying to place unrealistic expectations on others because we're not meeting our own needs, then that's where it gets dangerous. And you have to treat yourself not like an option. You're not optional. You have been called to this earth. You have been placed on this earth for a reason. And so if you don't take care of what you need to take care of, then guess what? You have to answer to that, right? Your family's going to love you. There's going to be people who maybe they're going to have to adjust to, hey, I need this time for me. I can't do that. I have to do this for myself. Or, nah, not today. Like, we're going to do this today instead. Or I'm going to do this today. Figure it out, but don't treat yourself like an option, because if you continue to treat yourself like an option, you're going to wake up and you're going to realize that you're spiraling in the same space, or you're spiraling down when we're supposed to be spiraling up, even if it's smaller spirals. Just really take yourself seriously, not to the point where you're being so like self-conceited, but to realize that it's not prideful and it's not egotistical to pay attention to you and your needs. It's not prideful and egotistical and selfish for you to, hey, I know I need to take care of this for myself, because I know that it's not going to only help me, but it's going to help the tribe that's connected to me, whether that is my family or whether it's people I have not met or whether it's people at my job, my clients, or just my friends. But I know that this isn't always about me. Like, if I just pay attention to this one area of my life and I dive into my word more, I know that this isn't going to just help me, but the people around me. I'm going to be able to pour into whoever's going to be watching me. I'm going to be able to show up for myself more consistently, because showing up for yourself, again, it's not you just being egotistical and prideful and selfish and all that kind of stuff. It's actually you showing love. You showing love to yourself, you showing love to other people. Because again, if you're not paying attention to your own needs, then who is? There's going to be people that show up for you, right? But there's still going to be that piece where you're like, man, something else is missing. And that part that's missing is you showing up for you, because you're non-negotiable. Go for that walk. Start that business. Start that podcast. Start going to the doctor to get your checkups if you can. Start creating time where you can just be. Just sit in silence and just be in the presence of God. Set up that time where you can just go for a walk or just eat whatever you want to. Have that time where you can just like fully decompress. That journaling time, whatever it looks like for you. You playing the instrument, do it. Like, do it, because it's selfish for us to think that we can wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow's never promised. So you have to do it when you have the chance. Be in this present moment and do what you can. Do for you, show up for you, and then you're going to realize that it's going to be easier for you to show up for others, because you're not going to have misplaced expectations. You're not going to just be able to only solely float whenever they say something good to you or whenever they do something good, because now you have been showing up for yourself and you have been operating in a way which you could very well operate in this whole time. But this channel is always about grace. We realize different things and we acknowledge it and we make the adjustments. And as we're making the adjustments, we give ourselves grace, not just when we make a mistake, but also realizing that we have grace to carry this capacity that we have. Oftentimes in this world, we think that everything is just going to go smoothly and problem-free. And if we have a problem and we express our emotions, guess what? Then we're having a mental health crisis. It's not always like that. We have to realize that we have grace to carry this responsibility and this plate that God has placed on us. We have the grace to handle this capacity that we have been trusted with, whether that's your job, your friends, your health, all that kind of stuff. We have the grace to help us go towards those things, go for those things, right? But if we sit here and we mope and groan about how nobody's showing up for me or no one's loving me in this way, or I can't do this because I'm actually making a choice not to do it, then at the end of the day, that's on us. It's not on anybody else to show up. It's not for anyone else to drag us out of the bed and make us, hey, Bree, you need to go work out for you. Hey, Bree, you need to read your word for you. No, that doesn't even sound good. Have those friends that hold you accountable, right? And encourage you to get back on track. But also look in the mirror and be like, you know what? I deserve to show up for me in the best way. I deserve to pour into myself, into these things that I know is going to help me. Now, I'm not saying, hey, me showing up for me is me going to drink 50 mimosas, right? No, me showing up for me is me getting into something that's going to provide good nutrients for my soul, for my soil, for my garden, right? And so, again, it's time for you to treat yourself as non-negotiable. We can't wait for the perfect moment. We can't wait for the perfect time. We have to do it while we're still here, because again, it's arrogant of us to think that we're just going to always wake up tomorrow. There's people that thought that same thing and they're not here with us anymore. And so I want you to remove the entitlement of, yeah, I got time. Maybe you don't have time. Maybe you don't. But now is the time. The time that you have been given is the time. So start small, but make sure you show up for you. Make sure you are keeping the promises that you have set for yourself. Make sure you are doing the things that you know you need to do for the betterment of your soul, for your spirit, for your mind and your body and your peace, as well as for everyone else is around you. If you're one of those people that is a people pleaser, and we're going to get into that in another video, then I want you to see like you taking care of you is also going to help them. You have to do some reverse psychology on this people pleasers, right? You taking care of you is going to help them, right? But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Welcome back, and I'm excited to be back. Thank y'all for patience. Thank y'all for grace. And yeah, let me know if there's any topics you want us to talk about, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, no responsibility should take away from what you need to do for you to help you sustain, help you to just go after the things that you need to refill your cup to be able to pour out into people. But yeah, you got this. Treat yourself as a non-negotiable. Show up for you, even if it's in the smallest way. Show up for you and watch how your innermost being start to light up and change, right? Because now you are making sure and showing yourself that you are a priority and that you realize that you are just as important and that you deserve these things, right? But again, do what you need to do. You know what you need to do. And yeah, can't wait for the next episode, you guys. Thank you for joining Becoming with Grace. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Like, we're family. Let's do this together. Let's do this thing called life together. But yeah, thank you again.